are outside of the Arena Chapel in Padua, Italy. It was built on land that Enrico Scrovegni bought in 1300. It's next to a Roman arena, which gives it its name, the Arena Chapel.
Let's take a closer look inside at this marvelous chapel. The chapel is great in size, offending the monks next door with its size. As you can see, it's decorated with many beautiful frescoes, thanks to the wonderful artist Giotto, representing scenes from the lives of Saints Joachim and Anna, the life of the Virgin, the Annunciation, and the life and passion of Christ. These frescoes were completed around 1309.
Giotto painted these frescoes in the 14th century, which allows people to literally read them like a novel. The frescoes are painted realistically with nature, including trees and rocks. One of the detailed fresco depicts Judas being paid for, betraying Christ himself. Another fresco shows Christ expelling merchants from the temple itself. If you get a closer look down the chapel on the far west wall, it shows the Last Judgment.
Christ is on top with all the people going to hell on the left, and on the right is all the blessed going to heaven. Scrovegni is painted on the right side with all the blessed. The archangels, Michael and Raphael, are holding the cross in the middle. In the Last Judgment, Enrico is handing over the chapel to Virgin Mary, almost as an offering. Altogether, the chapel symbolizes usury, the lending of money for profit. Usury is also developed in the adjacent image of Christ expelling the merchants from the temple, and the usurers hanging from their money bags in the hell scene in the Last Judgment. Enrico's father was a banker, which brought lots of money to the family, but was considered to be a sin and fell under the category of usury.
In the many frescoes painted, Giotto uses many colors, being more realistic than the usual golds and grays. Instead, Giotto uses natural blues and bright colors. He uses colors to express certain emotions. He uses red and also includes dark skies as well as brown plants. In order to have main focus on certain areas in a fresco, Giotto relies on the use of shading and certain lighting techniques. He conveys mood, tone, and emotions throughout all his paintings inside the chapel.
Thousands of people were intrigued at viewing the famous chapel. People were even granted indulgences by Pope Benedict XI for visiting the Arena Chapel. This made Giotto's reputation exceptional. To this day, thousands of people visit the chapel, viewing the fabulous work of Giotto. Giotto's frescoes show his large contribution to the Renaissance. Once Giotto passed away, many people began to study his artwork, and eventually imitating his techniques as well as style.
Since 2003 in Italy, at the Eremittani Museum, there has been multimedia workstations that allow visitors to study frescoes from the Arena Chapel. It has pictures, sounds, and reconstructions to get the actual feeling of the real chapel. This represents how important the Arena Chapel really was during the Renaissance. The Arena Chapel is one of the most important masterpieces of Western art. It is also one of the most celebrated works of Western art.